Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. ADA broke yesterday FIB support but did hold the structural support level, and anybody who looked for a quick opportunity to jump onto a train or to trade a breakout, I did highlight in yesterday's video to you that as long as we stay below the trend line, we're just going to follow the path down, but watch for a potential breakout of the trend line for a small rally. Okay, we had a breakout. How sustainable is it? That's the challenge with this chart because it is very weak at the moment. So at least we had a breakout of the descending trend line, means the imminent move down is finished. And it also did not have a sustained break below the 30.5 cent level. So that level did hold, which I labeled or highlighted as relevant support. So there was someone yesterday in the comments who said, okay, I'm going to join your membership if the 30.5 cent level holds. Well, happy welcome. But I said, look, what does it have to do with it? Because I'm not telling you it will hold. I'm purely pointing out the relevant support levels which are needed for trend continuation to the upside. I cannot make the market do anything. The market is always the boss. But I can highlight to you the likely turning points, the levels where we can be watching for a reaction. And we certainly had a reaction exactly where we had previous reactions, previous resistances here around the 30.5 cent level, here and here and here. So this area around 30 and 30 and a half cents. So you could argue it's flipped it now for support. I don't fully believe it yet, but it certainly could lead to a bit of a rally. I do not treat this wave count as super reliable. There will be changes. It has to do with the idea that, yeah, this could be a diagonal of some sort. I don't believe it is a very complex wave count. I still left it because it hasn't been invalidated, but I highlighted to you we need to expect changes. We need to expect distorted waves because in a diagonal, that's just the case. Price is moving at the moment in corrective structures, so we cannot fully rely on this wave count for predictive powers. It's not an impulse, okay? That's always what happens if it's not an impulse. So you shouldn't be surprised if price does anything unusual or unexpected. If I tell you it will do that, then hopefully you're not surprised because this is just the market for that. This is just the structure for that. And Elliott wave tells us that, look, this looks either corrective or like a diagonal, and a very, very weird diagonal as well. So expect very strange movements and unexpected setbacks. Now, this can still go higher now because we've been holding the 30.5 cent level and this ascending trend line I showed you yesterday. But it's not a great wave count. It's too unreliable. Okay, and I prefer to stick to what's clear. I mean, the last reliable, more or less reliable setup. I mean, there are always setups, but if I don't highlight it on the chart, I don't see it as likely one. I mean, the last more or less likely and reliable setup, even though this was one that I wasn't really convinced of, but we had here a trend reversal area that price reversed from. Now it's just a bit of a wait and see. I mean, you can trade every wave if you like to, but this is always, in my opinion, far too micro, okay? Especially on the altcoin, in the altcoin sector. Now, okay, this could push higher now, and as long as we get 5 waves up at some point, and you see what would be required to get 5 waves, it would need to rally quite significantly to reach to that wave 5. Now, disregard the prices. This is not necessarily to proportion because in a diagonal, the wave extensions aren't really adhered to very much. But I've got an alternative wave count as well. One that I think is actually fairly likely, and that would be the idea of an Elliott wave triangle here. So that we could say, okay, we had only off this December 22 low, this was a wave 3, but the wave 4 never finished. So instead of having the top in April as a wave 4, I could simply say we're dealing with an Elliott wave triangle because of the corrective nature of all these movements. So I could say, all right, look, maybe this was only the A wave of a triangle. A triangle has 5 waves, A, B, C, D, E. This was the B wave of the triangle. These can overshoot to the downside, a so-called running triangle. Then we might still be looking for the C wave, which might be unfolding now, which could be a large corrective move. Maybe the C wave is already finished, but I don't fully believe it yet. Need evidence for that. If we then put a higher low in, it could be a D wave. Then a lower high could be an E wave. and then it could break to the downside. If it's only moving now in corrective wave structures, it could be this. So I pay some attention to that over the coming weeks. This would take a while to play out anyway. Okay, that's my update about ADA. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.